What's going on, you guys? Fullster, and I'm back with another video. In today's video, I'll be doing a Kayn jungle guide for you guys. If you guys like this video, please make sure to hit the thumbs up below, as this does help me out quite a lot. Also, if you want to see more videos from me in the future, make sure to hit the subscribe button as well. And yeah, let's get right into it. Now, this is the rune page I use on Kayn. I go for the flat attack damage marks, flat attack speed quints, scaling health seals, and then flat attack speed in glyphs as well. The reason I have the page set up this way is because the attack speed will help you out a lot in the early jungle clear, mainly on Kayn, because you auto attack a lot, and if you do that faster, your jungle clear is going to speed up by a good amount. Now, the extra attack damage is here to make sure that your auto attacks deal more damage, of course, but also your Q will deal a little bit more damage. You have to remember that if you hit your Q, if you dash through minions to your monster camps with your Q, you're going to deal the exact same amount of damage. It's pretty much going to be double damage with the slash you do afterwards. So if you make sure you hit the entire camp with both forms of your Q, you're just going to deal extra damage. This little bit of extra attack damage here helps a lot in just one-shotting the Wraith camp, and that's where you start. It's going to just make sure you can Q it once and then auto-attack everything once to just get the hit on it. If you get some help for your mid laner, you can just literally Q everything once and you'll clear it instantly, which is even better. And that's just going to speed up your jungle clear by a lot. Now on Shadow Kayn, you want to go for lethality in that slot because you need to build lethality on Shadow Kayn for it to be good. For that form to be good, you have to build lethality. And if you don't get lethality in your runes, you're missing out on 14.4 lethality, which is a lot of lethality to miss out on. That's pretty much an entire item. I believe Duskblade gives you 18 lethality, so that's a lot to miss out on. So if you're going Shadow form Kayn, make sure that you switch those attack damage ones out for lethality ones. On Rhaast Kayn, attack damage is better. And then you take scaling health seals, mainly because you just want a higher health pool on Kayn. Both forms are quite squishy, so having just a higher health pool there will help you out quite a lot. Then, moving on to the masteries. This is the mastery page I use for Rhaast Kayn, not Shadow Kayn. This is a page I use for Rhaast Kayn. I go for Fervor of Battle on Rhaast Kayn because you want to be auto-attacking a lot on that form. You want to just be in melee range, constantly hitting targets, and Fervor of Battle is going to be the best keystone for that. Auto-attacking a lot, and you also gain a lot of attack damage from it, just by auto-attacking. So Fervor of Battle definitely want to go for. You want to do sustained damage in the Rhaast form, and that's also where what your build is geared towards. So for that reason, go for this. Now, in the Resolve tree, I take 12 points here for Perseverance. This helps you out mainly early on in your jungle clear a little bit to sustain up. Having the extra sustain, I found, more useful than any of these other two. And going down the cunning tree doesn't really do it for me. I find just overall sustain from the runic armor much better than anything you can get in this row. So that's why I went for the Resolve tree, and just having extra sustain, very nice. Very, very nice. Now, the difference between Rhaast and Shadow Kayn is, on Shadow Kayn you want to do something like this page. This is my Graves page that I've set up for Graves. But this is pretty much exactly what you want to do for Shadow Kayn. Shadow Kayn has a lot of burst potential, which means that you can easily proc Storm Raiders off that. You can also switch to Thunderlords if you want, but I would prefer Storm Raiders on Shadow Kayn from playing it so far. You can easily just WQ someone at the same time. And then, because you have a lot of lethality from a Duskblade and everything combined, you're easily going to be able to burst someone for a certain amount of their HP bar, which will proc Storm Raiders, which will make it impossible for them to get away from you. So that's the difference between Rhaast and Shadow form. If you have questions on it, make sure to ask them in the comments below. I'll do my best to answer them for you. Then, moving on to the item build. This is the item build I use for Kayn. I, on both forms, start with the Hunter's Machete and the Refillable Potion. This is the best start you can go for. You auto-attack a lot on Kayn. Both forms start as the same. You won't get your form till about 10 minutes in game, somewhere like that. So, start completely the same. Go for this. Then, after that, there's two different styles to go for. Depending on which style you're picking. Are you picking Rhaast Kayn or are you picking Shadow Kayn? If you are picking Rhaast Kayn, you want to go for a Red Smite Warrior enchant. If you're picking Shadow Kayn, you want to go for a Blue Smite Warrior enchant. The difference here is Rhaast Kayn is looking to sustain fight somebody. So in that specific scenario, Red Smite is a better choice. And Shadow Kayn is looking to burst somebody. So in that specific scenario, Blue Smite is a better choice, because it will just help you burst better. In both forms, you can go for Red Smite, but I would advise going for Blue Smite on Shadow Kayn. It is completely up to you, though. On Shadow Kayn, both will work. On Rhaast Kayn, only Red Smite is the option. There's no other choice there. Then for Rhaast Kayn, you just want to be building quite tanky whilst also building damage. So your goal here is to just get some defensive boots like Ninja Tabai or Mercs. Either one of those two will work, and then build that into your main damage item, the damage item you're rushing, pretty much, your Cleaver. This will give you 20% extra CDR, which will put you up to a total of 30% with these two items, and it's gonna go up to 40% with your next item. Cleaver is very much key on Kayn, on Rhaast Kayn, because you're not building lethality. You need some way to like get armor pen, and the best way to get armor pen is the Black Cleaver. It will give you health as well, which makes you a little bit more tanky. It gives you attack damage, and of course the armor pen, plus the little bit of extra movement speed you will be lacking on the Rhaast Kayn form compared to the Shadow Kayn form. So this definitely must buy item. This is definitely your core, and after that, after finishing your Cleaver, it's a very simple build. You just build straight into a Death's Dance. Death's Dance will make sure that you like are able to sustain a lot. It will give you health back on like all of your abilities. It will make this healing from your ult better. It will make the healing from your W better. It will make the healing from your Q better. And you can heal from auto attack as well. This item overall very, very strong. Also, it will reduce damage you initially take. It will, of course, still do the damage over time. But like being more tanky like that and then allowing your like being allowed to lifesteal everything back is very solid. So this is what you want to go for on Rhaast. This is literally every game. Like, it doesn't matter what you're against. If you're facing a lot of magic damage, and then you can literally just kind of make up for it with boots, but then also you have to like pick more magic resistant runes, as I mentioned earlier. So you don't really need to go for any magic resist items. Yeah, and also Kayn has in his kit like this ultimate becomes untargetable for 2.5 seconds. If you time that correctly, then you can literally dodge all the magic damage you will be taking, and just one shot an AP carry anyway. Now, after the Death's Dance on Rhaast Kayn, you want to, like, there are a couple of options. You have 4 items at this point, and there are 2 final items you want to finish this with. Usually, after the Death's Dance, I will go for the Guardian Angel, right here. It will provide me with 40 extra attack damage and 30 extra armor, but also that second life, which is going to be very key in just be, like, allowing you to dive in even harder. You'll generally be good because you like sustain a lot from Death's Dance, but if you were to die, or like your ult's on cooldown or anything like that, or you can't make a clean escape, Guardian Angel is going to be there to help you out a lot. So that's usually what I do with the 5 items. And then the 6th item is like a complete variable. There can be a lot of different items that go into this slot on the Rhaast form. If you're facing more tanky shit, like higher health bar, higher health pool champions, I don't know, Cho'Gath, Mundo, Tahm Kench, anything like that, then picking up a Blade of the Rune King in this slot is very, very nice. It will also provide you extra attack speed, which means that you auto-attack faster, obviously. And auto-attacking faster will mean that it gives you faster fervor stacks, and just overall, like, more damage output in general. Now, if you're not facing higher health pool stuff, but more like higher armor stuff, like a Rammus, for example, then you can switch this Blade of the Rune King out for an item like Lord Dominic's Regards, or maybe Mortal Reminder, anything like that. There's a lot of options there. If you do need more magic resist in this slot, you can also pick up a Maw, or you can also pick up like a Merc Sim if you need to like remove Fiddlesticks, Fear, or anything like that, and then still have some magic resist. The last slot in this build is a very variable slot. You can do a lot of stuff with it, but most games I tend to find myself building the Blade of the Rune King item just because I find it to be the most effective item, but it completely depends on the game. So that's pretty much Rhaast Kayn for you guys. Then moving on to Shadow Kayn. Shadow Kayn is a very straightforward build. Ah, itchy nose. Fuck. Alright, sorry. Shadow Kayn is a very standard build. It goes just straight up burst damage, and that's all you want. Lethality, burst, burst, burst. So, you start with a Blue Enchant Warrior, as mentioned before. This will allow you to burst people easier, also stick with people easier. I go for mobility boots usually on Shadow Kayn, because your real goal is to just get close to people. If you have those mobility boots and you press your E on Shadow form, you can walk over walls for like a massive amount of time. You can close like a massive distance. It's going to be really annoying for the enemy to deal with that, and that's why mobility boots are very good on Shadow form. Very good on Shadow form. And then literally just build straight lethality items. Duskblade, very busted right now. I'm fully expecting this to get nerfed in the future, but as of right now, 100% the first item you want to go for after mobility boots. After Dustblade, you simply build a Yomu's Ghostblade. It will synergize very well with your kit. Also, it gives you 40 extra movement speed, combine it with your mobility boots, and then just walking over walls with E. You're just gonna, like, breeze through you like a complete jungle. Like, it's so easy to gank shit with this. Unreal. Also, burst damage is gonna be insane. And you can activate this item to get even more movement speed. You can see the trend here. Shadow Kayn, really just an assassin type of form with a lot of movement speed and mobility to get into position to one-shot somebody. Now after this, I mean, literally, you want to keep to the same trend of just building lethality items. So, Edge of Night, another very good item to go for. Straight up, 18 lethality, that's the main thing you're looking for here. Also gives you that spell shield and 55 attack damage. It's just just lethality, man. Just straight up lethality is all you want. And then to finish this build off, you have a couple of options. I usually tend to prefer the Death's Dance on the build still. It makes me a little bit less squishy, plus it also gives me a little bit of sustain. You can also choose to go for the Death's Dance after the Ghostblade instead of this one, but this is pretty much a full build. Any game. There's not really anything to switch out in this form because it's really just like a burst focused build, and there's all you want to do is burst people. So that's really, this is the build for Shadow Kayn. If you guys have any questions on the item builds or runes or masteries, make sure to ask them in the comments below. I'll do my best to answer them for you. And yeah, let's get right into the gameplay now. Alright, welcome to the gameplay section of this guide. As you can see, I'm playing Kayn, obviously into a Vi. This usually is a very favorite matchup for Kayn because you have way more early pressure than she does. And you pretty much win the straight up 1v1 if you can, like, especially if you can, like, dodge your Q, which honestly shouldn't be that difficult with a nice Q from you, but you never know what happens. Also, you can, if you're Rhaast form, which is the form I'm going for this game, so this game you'll see Rhaast Kayn. It is the form I prefer because it's way more consistent to play that form. But of course, Shadow Kayn is a lot of fun as well, just one-shotting people straight up. Completely whatever you prefer. Champion is very versatile. You have completely just like, it's whatever you want. Either you can be a bit more tanky and have a little bit more CC in your kit. It is completely up to you, you know, whatever. Alright, starting Wraith Camp, you every single game want to start Wraith Camp on Kayn. There is like no other option here. It is Wraith Camp. You will you'll see exactly why. This specific game, I'm getting a really good lead from both Talon and Malphite, apparently. Because Malphite's just gonna E that and Talon's gonna W it, which is gonna be even better. You'll see how fast it is. But like, even if Malphite didn't help me, which usually is not the case, one Talon W will be more than enough for me to just one-shot the camp. I can see right now that this game this is one of my, like, testing games. This is the game I actually ran lethality reds, or like lethality marks, on Rhaast Kayn, still. See how easy that is to clear? Like, it's actually stupid. But, like, normally I'd have about 70 attack damage or so at, like, level 1, which makes clearing a little easier. But in this specific game it didn't matter too much. So the clear is going to be about 10 seconds slower or so, just because I don't have the attack damage like I usually do on Kayn. I personally prefer the Rhaast Kayn the most. I'm not sure if I've mentioned that before, I might have. And that's why you'll rarely ever see me play Shadow Kayn, because it's less consistent. I'm pretty sure I said that before. So, basic jungle clear for Kayn is just start Wraith Camp, do red buff, and then clear the other clear the 3 camps on the other side of the map and hit level 4 off that. You go for Q level 1, W level 2, and then Q level 3, and then pick up E on level 4 to gank with. Very standard. Let me speed this up a bit. Also, a thing to remember whilst you're clearing, you can use your Q to step a little to the side, and as you can see right here, I use Q to get a little bit of distance towards that. You can do that whilst clearing just camps in general, or like when finishing off camps, you can dash away like this, as you can see, and get a little bit of extra like distance out of it, I guess. Just be a little bit more efficient, you know? Everything matters. Now here, I usually tend to smite Gromp. Actually, yeah. No, I didn't smite it there. I will then move on to Skull Crab. It's actually down already if I took it, apparently, so I couldn't do it this time. Now this is exactly where Kayn ganks start becoming interesting. Just walk to the wall casually, you know? Kill the Lulu. Like, easy gank. I mean, they're already quite low, so it's a pretty easy pickup in that case. Especially for Kayn, like, walking through walls like that's pretty stupid. Actually, I wonder, right? Because I've never checked this. Can I now check this, maybe? If I do, I want to confirm just right now, also for this video, if you're actually able to get spotted once you're walking over walls. There we go. They don't see me yet. When do they see me? Okay, you can see the orb. That's about all you can see. So you can't actually see Kayn walk over the wall, but you can see the orb. That's good to know. Very good to know. Damn, that's actually pretty strong. I thought you'd just be able to see Kayn, but apparently you can't. Let's just go back to all. Damn, so you can just see the orb appear only. Damn. So that's... people have to pay some... it's like some actual attention to make sure that they don't get caught by like a cheesy gank like that. Damn. Alright. Well, that means, I mean, for you Kayn players right now, it's even better to know that you can not get spotted like that. As you can see, getting out of jungle and everything like that by just popping E is very, very handy. You can just walk over some walls, and you have just so many options to just invade with Kayn, because there's really no situation where you're actually going to be in a bad position. Just because Kayn has the ability to just walk out, you know? So it's pretty crazy. Now, first back, I'm back with about... I think like 1,000 something gold, 1,100, because I bought double longsword boots and a control ward. Double longsword boots is pretty much one of the best bags you can go for, because it gives you like extra AD plus also mobility. I usually, if I have 1,000 gold, I'll buy that, because it's exactly 1,000 gold, 350 for both, so 700 for the longswords and then 300 for the boots. Also, if you have the money for a control ward, always pick it up, because it's just very, very good. Now, on a lot of champions, I wouldn't clear these small ones, but because Kayn has so much clear potential with his W and his Q, as you can see on the camp, it's actually not that bad to just clear it straight up. So, yeah. Right, I just got spotted by Vi, apparently, because he's spamming this shit. As you can see, clear is very good. And I hit a level 5 at a 5-minute mark. Pretty damn good, actually. Like, nothing to say about that. Damn. Alright, looking for a gank on top here. Kill is all the way pushed up. She has no vision, like down. I placed the pink ward, the control ward, to make sure that there's no ward in that brush. Malphite teleports back to top lane, and this should be pretty much a guaranteed kill. There's no way, like, she's gonna escape this. Malphite slows her with Q, and then I just walk up to her. This, what I just did there, really not that smart. You want to just walk up closer to the target, and then... like hit your W then, because that's much better, like much easier to hit as well. So if like something to remember like that, just walk closer to the target, or like just walk towards him and then Q him and then W, and that's better. Again, this was still one of the games where I was more so practicing Kayn a bit more than actually like knowing exactly how to play him. I've played like way too many games to just try it. Alright, Vi's taking my Grom. Interesting. Pretty risky for her to actually invade me, because she loses this, like 1v1 pretty hard. I think I just saw my Grom get killed and spotted Vi there. Ooh. Alright, I didn't have vision here. If I just walked this way, I would have gotten the Trist, but I didn't have vision, so can't really say much about that one. Talon looks like he just randomly died to Brand casually. Alright, just looking towards doing the Skull Crab. Rhaast form, as soon as you complete the form, it's gonna be real easy to do Skull Crab, because, wow, she gets it, damn, that must suck. It's easier to do Scuttle with Rhaast form, because your W will, like, knock it up a bit, and that means it loses a bit of armor, so you can actually hit it better. Just casually strolling through walls, you know, nothing going on. I'm moving back towards clearing my jungle camps here. I'm sitting on 1200 gold, which is a lot of gold to sit on. So I definitely need to look towards backing soon. I think, yeah, this is where... do I back here? No, I need a little bit more gold for my warrior enchant, so I think I'm just gonna clear this and I'm back for warrior enchant complete. The red smite one. Yeah, there we go, instant red smite warrior. That's a really big power spike. It's gonna increase my jungle clear by a lot. Plus it gives me dual potential, like even greater dual potential. As you can see, jungle clear very good. Just one QW will clear all the small ones, and then just you can auto attack the rest. If I positioned this a bit better, I could have literally just like killed that instantly. Alright, clearing the scuttle here. I think I'm looking for a top gank because kill is all the way pushed up, again with no wards. We know this information. Also, Malphite has his ultimate, so it's gonna be pretty easy. Where is he? There he is. Why is this out of order? Strange. I'm not sure why it's out of order. Or did they like lane swap or some shit? I can't remember, dude. Whatever. He had his ultimate, so he literally just has to land that and kill dies. Alright, wait. Right here on top, I noticed that I'm pretty sure I knew that the blue would respawn or just respawn something, so I'm just walking this way to see if I can catch out the Vi. I see no one here, but I didn't know this was warded. Vi tries to fight me here, misses her Q. Now I just decided to go for the duel with Vi because I always win this. Like straight up 1v1 I win this because my ult. Look at how much, like, I'm untargetable for a very long time because it will also do a lot of execute damage to her. Now right here, I didn't know Brand was on his way. I didn't pay enough attention to him. I guess I kind of tunnel visioned. Because if I knew he was like standing right there, I could have just dashed upwards instead of to the side here and then queued out that way. And then walked up here and then like eat away. But yeah. I mean, I still won the 1v1 against Vi, which is like all that matters. Dying to Brand afterwards, which is like, I guess mostly not enough map awareness. Here, I get my form as well. Switch to the nice Rhaast form. Very like... a pretty quick form, because usually your form is at about 12 minutes is where you usually should get it. Like, before 12, like 12 minutes is pretty much the hard max, where you should be able to get your form. Anything later than that, like, it's not really going in your favor in that game. It could be the case that you get the wrong form from the one that you want, and then you have to wait a little bit, but that should still usually happen before the 12-minute mark, and then you should have it by before the 16-minute mark. Because you have to wait 4 minutes to get the other form if you got like a form that you didn't want. So if you have like, if your goal is to like go for Rhaast Kayn, which I personally find to be the better form, and you get a shadow form Kayn from hitting too many like ranged champions, you will have to wait 4 minutes. Alright, looking to skill that and then walk over the wall again. They can't see me, they can see this orb right here, but yeah. Alright, Lulu right here, I think looks like a pretty free kill, right? Okay, well, I mean, I guess Janna wanted that kill. Well then. Let's see if actually my ult's up just now, so actually I can see this going where like a fight I'd go for. Yep, ult the guy, and then I think, yeah, just jump through him and go. She flash queued, she missed, I sidestepped it and just walked to the wall to just get to that direction. I could like walk all the way up here, but I mean it wasn't necessary. I can just kill her this wave, push it in, make sure that the Triss misses this wave. Or like, actually I think I'm just, like my mindset here is to just go for the initial turret. First turret is something you have to remember to always go for. It's just very solid to pick up. So that's what I'm looking to do here. Just pick up the first turret. Jhin starts ulting actually. I wasn't prepared for this really, so I was like, okay, well I guess I'm going then. Pick up the E to get a little bit more move speed here, and I tried to get in position. Triss was there though. So I decided to just back off, because my ult's on cooldown and I'm not sure where Vi is. So be very careful. Alright, that's 5 kills. I'm back with like 1600 gold, which is a good amount. I'm gonna pick up parts of my cleaver here, I think. Yeah, that's Phage. Just Phage, apparently. Right, my entire jungle is up, so I'm really looking to just clear that jungle here. If I just hit Dragon, not that big of a deal. She is taking my blue again. She is doing a pretty good job of just getting my blue every time. She's taken it twice now, I think. I mean, it doesn't matter because you don't necessarily need blue on Kayn. It's like he's not that mana dependent. So you can easily give it to like your mid lane or anything like that. There's no really no use for it, you know? Use E to get over the wall here to potentially kill this kill. Her ult is actually on cooldown, so I can pretty much pick her up for free. I can actually rewind this, like... Alright, I must have known that her ult was on cooldown. Someone must have told me that. So then I just go over. And I just start hitting the kill first. As soon as Brand went for the Q right there, as you can see. I'm not sure if you saw that. I'm actually going to slow that down again. You know, just so you guys can exactly see what the goal is here. You have to make use of becoming untargetable with your ultimate on Kayn. Make sure you make use of that. So right here. Alright, initial target is kill, of course. Just want to kill her, make sure she dies. She's like the freest pickup right now. So right there, as soon as you saw the Brand Q about to hit me and stun me, because he already burned me, I used my ult to become untargetable. And then he wastes his W like this, because like he used it early. Also, you have the option to choose which direction you're dashing from. So yeah. I use my ult to dodge that, and then just kill the kill. And then at this point, it's really easy for me to just like 1v1 this guy, because he'll hit like... Actually, it's off cooldown now, it looks like, but... He has exhaust though, that's the only problem here. And I thought it would be enough damage, but like he popped the potion, or like a biscuit or something. No, he popped 2 potions, which makes his health just about enough to survive that. I guess I could have easily followed that down and done one more auto attack, so this is probably my bad for not getting that kill. But the way I played that fight is the way you should play fights with your ultimate. Make sure you dodge when it's absolutely necessary and use it that way. Speed up a bit again. I'm currently 6 kills, 96 CS. That's the main thing to remember here. I have 96 farm. It is really easy to rack up those numbers on Kayn. Just from like clearing your jungle, because you do it so fast. Like you clear so fast. Really good Lulu ult there to save the Rhaast. I'm like, okay, well, I mean, I guess I could still chase this guy, because I could just flash Q him, but then he flashes, or flash W him, but then he flashes that as well. So at that point, Lulu exhausts me again. So Lulu literally just saved this guy and gave up his own life for it. I mean, I guess Lulu would have died regardless, but you know, very well played from Lulu's part to save the Rhaast there. Gotta give him that one. At this point, I have 1800 gold. My cleaver is very close to being able to purchase it. I think I can already buy it. It's like 1750 at this point, I think. I'm not sure, actually. I think I'm just looking to back soon for a cleaver. I'm pretty sure I have the money for it right now. But always make sure that you counter jungle the camps, you know? Like I'm doing right here. Use your E to just get over walls casually. Check some stuff out. See a Brand here, try to catch him out. Barely missed my W knock-up on him though. If I hit that knock-up, I could have ulted him and that would have been a free kill. You have to hit a target before you can ult somebody. So that's why you always trying to try to hit, like, if you're trying to go for someone, make sure you hit him first. Or you're like trying to spam your ultimates, like, useless. Okay, right here, Malphite does have his ultimate, so I'm just literally walking up towards both of them here to maybe just make a counterplay here. Walk over the wall. Start going on Vi. Vi gets kill ulted, doesn't matter though. We kill first because she just used her ult on Vi, and then I ult her as soon as she starts queuing, because my ult has a longer duration on the standby phase, if you know what I mean. Then Vi's Q charge lasts. So as soon as she starts charging it, you can just ult her and then she will just die anyway. Especially on that HP, she was dead regardless. Right here, I'm walking around on 2500 gold, that's not that good. I should be looking to back very soon here. A fight still happens here. Main target I just go for is Rhaast, because she's like the damage dealer to be scared of. He has to deal with cooldowns, she doesn't. Right, he dives in for that, interesting. It's a lot of flashes wasted right there, damn. Right, just casually strolling over walls, as you can see. I was like, okay, might hit a W. Get in a sticky situation here because Vi shows up. But then you have to remember that also Q can get you over walls, so I dash over like that. Then she decides to go for the Janna, but then I knock her up with the W and then just go for her. I didn't do that properly. I should have tried to stand in front of her more to block the Q, but it didn't reach Janna anyway, so it didn't really matter too much. Damn. Oh, fuck. Excuse me for that one. As soon as Vi started, I was waiting with my W until Vi started to charge her Q up. Because then, as soon as she starts charging, she slows down a bit, which makes it easier to land your W, and then your W will knock the Vi out of her Q. So she can't even use it correctly. I mean, she can use it, but then she can only use it for like a tiny distance if she doesn't use it instantly. If she charges too long, your W is gonna hit her, and then she's gonna get cancelled and knocked up. Currently on 10 kills, very, very strong. I'm 3600 gold in though, so I really need to look towards backing here. I would hope I'd back soon. Looks like I'm going for just some clearing. Alright, there we go. This is where I back. This is where my power starts to grow. I get a cleaver here and parts of my Death's Dance, I think. Yeah, both, like the Vamp Scepter and the Clawfield's Hammer here. This puts my CDR up, by the way, to 40%, because this is 10 and that's 10, and then this is a total of 40%. In both the Shadow build and the Rhaast build, you'll get up to 40% CDR, which is very beneficial on Kayn. Because you can like have a Q on a really low cooldown, plus your E on a really low cooldown. Just cooldowns in general, getting them low on Kayn is very strong. Right here, my mid lane is 0-6, so I'm not really looking to like give him blue or anything. I'm just gonna take it. I'm the one that's gonna carry this game. My 10-1 and the rest of my team is kind of inting. I mean, against Jenna and Malphite is fine, but like my carries, if you know what I mean, they're kind of inting. So I gotta get this one for myself. I pop that to just make sure that I don't walk over any wards and try to get in behind them right here. Maybe get this kill. I was waiting here for maybe like she walked the other way, but she actually walked top lane. Use my E to get there faster. Like you get a little bit of a movement speed buff, so yeah. Hit the W on her, she ults herself and just like straight up dies. At this point in the game, I'm so strong that I can literally just walk all over a lot of people, so if you do your early game well with those cheese ganks with your E like that, to get over walls and then just make sure you invade a lot because you have a lot of escape potential when it comes to invading for like, as you just saw, like the amount of time you can actually walk over walls. Plus your 1v1 potential is very, very good. I get ulted away from Tristar, or by Tristar rather. I decided to just go for the dragon here, what's up, and I might as well just go and take it. There's really not much the enemy can do against it, and yeah, having a little bit of extra movement speed, very, very nice as well. Now right here, I just use my E to get over the pit, and then just, I saw a kill on bot lane, so I was like, alright, let's go and kill her, you know? I have my ultimate up here, but I actually didn't use it on kill, apparently. Vi just goes in, kills herself, I guess. I mean, I'll take it. As soon as, like, you have to remember that your ultimate is actually not that big, actually, on Kayn. So, you have to make sure you use it in time. There's a lot of situations where playing Kayn that I just ulted too late and then my ult like window was gone. Right there, right before the leap went off, I ulted her in this scenario to ensure that I follow her leap. And yeah, I flash out because if I took like 1 or 2 more third shots, I would have for sure died. So definitely not worth it to stay in. Also, the reason my build is set up this way for Rhaast Kayn with the cleaver and all that. Look at how much damage this does, right? Are you ready for this? 35% of the target's maximum health of his physical damage, and Rhaast heals for 25% of his maximum target's health. So that's a lot of extra physical like a lot of base health physical damage. And you can it's dealt as physical damage, so cleaver, if you manage to stack it up before you actually use your ult, which is usually how you want to use it. Go in first, get some damage off, stack it up, and then ult. So it's gonna be real easy to deal a lot of damage to a specific target. Plus, if you stack your fervor up correctly, then boom, a lot of damage from this. And then also, look at this. Your Q deals an additional 11% of the target's maximum health per hit. So the dash and the swipe is gonna deal that extra damage. That is crazy damage. And that's why I prefer this form of Kayn. Like, maximum health-based damage is so crazy that, like, it even went up with the build I just did. It's 13.1 per hit now. So remember, it's per hit. So it's 26.2% if you hit both Qs. That is a lot of target. Like, a lot of maximum health damage from a target. And remember, it's maximum health, right? So it doesn't even matter if the target is a tank or like a squishy person. It's gonna deal like a substantial amount of damage from their health bar. Right here, just ult him. Boom, dead. Easy kill. I mean, I'm fat as fuck now, this game. 13-1, but you know. Ult right now, 36% of someone's maximum health. With a full build, this goes up to, I believe, just about 50% of someone's max health. That's crazy. 50% of someone's max health is insane. And this goes up to a total of like 30% total, like from both swipes total. So it's like 16% or so maxed out. I mean, this is a game where I actually max out my build completely, so you guys will be able to see in a little bit how much damage it will actually deal of someone's max health. Alright, looking to position myself better here. Right here, we get a very good combo in. Really nice Janet Tornado into a Malphite ultimate. Boom! 4 people killed. I tried to dash over here foolishly, but your dash is really not that long, so you're never gonna make this wall. But yeah, very nice combo for my team right there. And right here, kill just walks in and dies. I'm not sure. As you can see right now, this game, I'm definitely hard carrying my team though. Alright, we're looking to Baron here. Also, by the way, the max health is capped against monsters, so you, like, don't think that you can, like, use that to, like, just insta-kill Barons with, or Dragons with, you know? Or just anything in general, because, like, if you deal that much max health damage to a Baron, like, that's just way too crazy. So it's good that it's actually capped. Right, pick up a Baron here. I currently have, yeah, 1400 gold. Boom, like, you can easily, see how easy it is to use that, like, use your E to just get, like, from there to there. Like, so much movement potential, it's insane. Alright, just clearing. I believe I don't know what I'm backing for, actually. I pick up the Cutlass. I'm building a Blade this game. I just decided to go for a Blade. I mean, this was still a stage where I was completely testing with items. And I just figured that Blade would have been, like, a really good option. Like, I mean, it's not specifically good into their team comp right now because they don't really have a high health tank. But it's still good into a Lulu because of Lulu Ultimate. So on that front, you know. I guess the item to go for in this slot, in the Blade slot, this specific game could have been like a Bloodthirster or like a Merc Sim. To get off Lulu's Polymorph, off me of something like that. Probably Merc Sim would have been the best item this specific game. But yeah, just don't mind the Blade too much this game, since this was still one of the games we're actually testing. But yeah, the item build, as I mentioned before, is just, it's up to you, you know. Right here. I mean, Malphite just flash ults the guy, and then, yeah. Now, kill ult doesn't last long enough to block my ult damage from coming in. If I just wait long enough, then I can just wait out the entirety of kill ult, because I believe it's pretty much the exact same time. So if she uses it and then I ult it, it's gonna, like, wear off before my ult wears off. Because it's both 2.5 seconds, and if she uses it first and I ult after, it's always gonna be in my favor, you know? So if you're facing a kill as Kayn, keep that in mind. If you ult the target, you can just ult the target right after, and you'll always get the duration right to still hit somebody. I pretty much just delete Trist completely. Like, one W, auto attack Q, boom, dead. I'm 19 kills right now. I'm so fat. Alright, currently sitting on 2600 gold, which is a lot. Definitely looking to back soon here to... I think I want to just complete my build. I think that's just the goal here. The specific game, I was looking to just complete it and see my complete damage output on Q and R. That's why I also wanted to pick this build, is because I completed the build this game, so you guys can actually see the full-on damage potential of the build, just like straight up. Also, this is a specific game, I just carried my entire team through it, so that's another thing to show that Kayn is very good at just carry potential in general. Right here, that's the Blade, and then, I mean... It is not the GA yet, but it's still 40 attack damage, and GA gives you 40 attack damage, so it's still the same thing. You can still see the maximum potential right here. Look at this damage. 17.2% per hit of a target's maximum health. And then you also have the 204 base damage on physical damage. So it's gonna deal 408 base, and then add on to that 34.4% of the target's maximum health from just landing a Q. That's insane. That is crazy. Now this one, it's gonna deal a good amount of damage. It's like 625. Not the biggest. Like, it's still very good, honestly, for a skill. Very good. Don't mind that, but it's not as crazy as this. Or this. Look at this. 50% of a target's maximum health. That is insane. And then you heal for 35% of the target's max health as well. If you use this on a tanky champion, boom, gone. So crazy. So you guys see the damage potential here with a full build on this one. Very, very strong. Alright, just see kill in mid lane. I mean, I could just get a free kill on her. Like, not much she's gonna be able to do. You want to, also, if you're getting, like, slightly low, you want to be using your E pretty much on cooldown whilst you're roaming around to walk over walls with it, because it's going to give you a good amount of HP back. As you just saw, I gained 200 and, right there. Excuse me. You gain a lot of extra HP back from just walking over a wall like that. So as soon as it's up, and you're not full HP, you might as well just use it to walk over a wall whilst you're roaming around. It can also help you from, like, ignites and stuff to survive, so remember that. Keep in mind that you can just use it to get HP back. The very core thing to remember. Right here, I'm just looking to get in position to kill the brand with. Kill ult's brand. I could have... right there, I made a mistake. As soon as kill ulted the brand, as I just mentioned before, I should have ulted the brand right after. But I guess for some reason I didn't, and yeah, I just like straight up died for that. I paid the price. I did complete my build though, as you can see with the GA, but it's only 40 attack damage, so the numbers I showed you earlier are still the same. As you can see, Rhaast Kayn, very, very, very consistent and very strong. Like, the damage output, like, base health damage output he has is crazy. And that is exactly why I recommend you guys to play Rhaast Kayn. Because it's just way better than Shadow Kayn. It's way more consistent, deals way more, like, consistent damage. Especially if you're facing more tanky opponents. It's very solid to go for Rhaast Kayn over Shadow Kayn. I just pick it in general over Shadow form, but if you prefer the extra burst from Shadow form, go for that by all means, you know. It is fun, it is definitely fun, and I will, if you guys want to see it, I will also do a Shadow game, like a Shadow Kayn gameplay, maybe live gameplay for you guys as well. Just make sure that if you want to see that, make sure to mention in the comments below, so I know that you want to see that, and then I'll do it. And yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure to hit the thumbs up below. This helps me out quite a lot. If you want to see more in the future, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!